Broker Coach Jason Bosch coming to you live Saturday afternoon. Beautiful day, and I hope you're enjoying your time with your family. Listen, I wanted to put together a quick video. You may have noted I had been quiet during the week around some of the news and what we had been hearing, and I thought that I would share just some personal thoughts from myself to you. Maybe they'll be of value, maybe they'll help. I realize that I get the privilege to lead people, right? And some of us have that in common, whether we're parents or sons and daughters or brokers like myself or salespeople that lead clients. People look up to us and look to see what our take is, what our opinion is. And it seems like this week, with all of the commentary that has been taking place around the virus, that while we may not have particularly been infected with the virus itself, and of course God bless to anyone of our loved ones that have, it seems like many have really been infected by the stress that the commentary around it creates. The stress, the worry, the fear, the anxiety of what if, right? What's going to happen? OMG, oh my God, as my mom says, right? With her lovely accent. And that stress, I think, can be debilitating. That stress can be contagious. That stress can potentially create more harm than some of the other things that we're hearing about. So it's with that in mind that I wanted to remind all of you, specifically at Keller Williams, this is a Keller Williams message. It's the BOLD law, right? As a BOLD coach for many years and CLC member of the MAPS coaching staff, we held a creed. And the creed was, you can come from fear or you can come from faith, and you can't come from both. I'll say it again in a different way. You can have fear or you can have faith, and you can't have both. Let me explain a little bit about that and that whole concept around fear and faith. Fear is a projection, sometimes even an expectation around what is going to happen next. Yes? It hasn't happened yet. And yet our fear is our thoughts around what's going to happen. And the reason we feel fear, stress, or anxiety is because what are we looking for? What are we expecting? What are we waiting on? We're potentially waiting on the worst possible outcome. That's fear. And if you think about faith, it's the same exact thing on the opposite side of the spectrum. Faith is also an expectation. Faith is also not knowing what is going to occur, but you're coming to the world of expectation from faith, which is what? You are looking for the best possible outcome. And see, in BOLD, as in life, that is true. You can come from fear or you can come from faith, and you cannot have both. And so I'm practicing that in my own life, right? With my own children, with my mother who's here visiting from Florida, and with you as agents that I get the privilege of brokering to. And I got to tell you, I think that's a message that we can all share in, coming from faith. Not that we're not going to be and take our precautions. We are, of course we are. And yet I hear some words this week that I haven't even heard in my whole life, right? Like social distancing. What the heck is that? In a world where perhaps we're more distant than we have been before, it's being recommended that we even more distant with one another. And in some ways, the weak and the elderly are the ones that potentially need the most social interaction because they're the ones plagued with fear. So there's a balancing act that I think individually for each one of us we have to find. I hope that my message and my thoughts, non-real estate related, right, this time, I know you're used to hearing from me in a coaching environment or perhaps talking about the RPA or the listing contract, but I thought that this time it would be important to talk about something else, which has to do with our outlook. That's my personal outlook. I hope that my personal outlook can perhaps encourage you to have an outlook of faith as well. If you believe in prayer, if you believe in a higher power and the universe and God and whatever it is that you look up to in times of faith, I think this is a time that we can lean on that as well, and that would be very appropriate, and I'd encourage that also. I look forward to seeing you guys all at the office this week. I will be there. Unless the freeways are closed and the office is closed, your broker will be there. And we're also going to be, as a leadership group combined, myself and Monica, and as you heard from Rich, and all of us, we're going to be encouraging you from whatever position we can do so to help you and your families and your people look up, keep your head up, and walk up tall as well. All right, this is your broker. It's Saturday afternoon. It's a beautiful day outside. Spring is in the air. Birds are chirping. I hope, I pray, I have faith that you're going to have a great week and that we are going to enter quarter two, the springtime quarter, with a positive outlook. Because, hey, people are still going to buy and sell houses. They might as well use us, right? God bless, people. See you during the week. Bye-bye.